Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Chad Smith Podcast. My name is Chad Smith, and today is Thursday, August 25th, 2022, and I'm joined, as always, by my two co-hosts from California. Please welcome Sonny Conway and Spooky Morales.
Good morning, guys. What's up?
Good morning.
Welcome back, guys. We're back.
Thank you.
For one day this week.
Nice to see you guys.
Yeah, good to see you. It feels like it's been a long time,
It does.
but we're back. And we got an awesome guest backstage. Adam Begin is joining us today. And we're only on for an hour again today, guys. So I wanted to say thank you once again to Eric from Paranormal Highway for shouting us out on your show and getting everybody over here and getting everybody primed up and caffeinated, ready to listen to some shows. So thanks,
Can I say
Eric.
something?
Sure.
I just want to say, before I don't want to drag this out, make it too big of a deal, but I just want to say happy birthday, Big Willie.
It's Big Willie's birthday.
That's it. I'm done.
Yeah, Big Willie is celebrating a birthday today, so if you guys have him on Facebook or anything like that, please send him a message and wish him a happy birthday.
This show is dedicated to Big Willie.
Ooh. All right, well, with that, let's bring up Adam, the historian ghost hunter. How's it going, man?
Hey, what's going on? Happy birthday, Big Willie. Shout out to you, brother. What's up, everyone?
Yeah, man, great to
Adam?
see you.
You too.
Hey.
Pleasure to meet all of you again.
Adam, I got to ask one question first. That C on your arm, is that Chicago? Chicago Bears?
Oh, Chicago Bears fan. Yeah, I've tried many years.
Oh, boy.
Well, okay,
Duh,
listen,
Bears.
Chicago Bears.
listen to this now. I grew up in Maine. That's where I live. My whole life, New England. And in 86, I was about 7 years old. I was born in 79, 6 or 7. And my whole family was rooting for the Patriots. And I felt bad for the Bears. No one was rooting for them. So I like the Bears. And then, of course, they win. I Walter Payton in the fridge. Next thing you know, I met Devin Hester. I met Brian Urlacher. I met a couple Bears at a game. And I've been hooked. I mean, I'm kind of falling off the wagon, so to speak, the last couple of years because I've fucking just cried so much. But, yeah, man, true and blue. I started as I guess, a fair weather fan, but I liked them before they won the Super Bowl. But it's because I was a kid and I was emotional.
Right.
Yeah,
But-
yeah.
And then I got this bad boy here for the old school WWF fans, wrestling.
Oh, nice, dude.
See
Old
that
school.
one? Damn, that's cool, man.
I've met like Alexa Bliss, Ronda Rousey. I've met, I met The Big Show. I'm a wicked geek when it comes to this stuff with movies and like wrestlers and athletes. Like I'll wait outside. Like I met Rob Zombie. I waited outside his tour bus for like 3 hours just to fucking get an autograph. And it's worth it to me because it's memories, and I love meeting these people that inspire me to do what I do in life. And just entertainment-wise, I mean, Ronda Rousey, how cool could it be to not meet her for free? And she signed my wrestling belt. I get the big Universal belt.
Oh,
Like
sweet.
that. So that was pretty wild. Yeah.
Yeah, man. There's some things like that you just have. You know that it sucks that you have to wait that long, but you know that it's like you're only going to be there for one day or whatever. So you only get one opportunity, so you might as well just wait it out.
That's what I say on road trips when people get tired. I'm like, you can fucking sleep the rest of your life, but in a month from now, you're going to be like, I went here. I went to Gettysburg or whatever. And they stick it out. And it sucks. You got to sleep in a truck stop parking lot and smoke bowls out of little metal cans because you can't find your bowl. But you do shit to do it, and then you fucking live on. And next thing you look back, you got memories forever. And
That's right.
of course, we're gonna get
Absolutely.
Alzheimer's, you know?
Absolutely, man. Yep, absolutely. So I love that energy in the morning. Adam's got the energy. Did you
Everybody
drink
says
some?
they love my energy, dude. I don't do cocaine. I don't even drink coffee. I just am hyper. And
Just high on
I
life.
smoke a couple joints, and I smoke joints to level out, believe it or not, and I'm still wild.
I would be passed out back in bed.
No, man, 42 years old, and I'm ready to rock. I got one ready to go right now.
Awesome,
I don't
man.
know
Hell
if I
yeah.
get too far. Mine's all
Yeah,
just in
so-
my lap.
And I use
very-
it to my advantage. I use it for research. That's why I go to these places. If I got energy, I'll drive 3 hours to like I showed you, the Pet Cemetery house in Hancock, Maine, where Gage got killed by the truck. Me and my girlfriend went there. We drove about 4 hours there one way, but you get there to get to the house. There's no placards. There's no shirts. It's just a house, but it looks the same as it did in the movie. I know what went down there. Big Stephen King fan. I took a bunch of pictures, a video from my YouTube channel. I got to upload that at some point. And, shit, man, that was my day. We had some apples off the apple tree on the land. My girlfriend Heather goes, "Want a Pet Cemetery apple?" And I go, "Do I?" I took a bite, and it's whatever, man. I mean, I can't sit at home and watch shit. I can during snowstorms, but I'm a goer, dude. I mean, I'd rather walk around a cemetery all day looking at sea captains. Oh shit!
There's the house.
There's the
house, baby.
Same color, yellow house with a red roof. Look at that stuff. I'm not kidding you. And it's the same wraparound porch. I mean, we walked by it. There were people outside. We didn't want to be too, but oh man, I snapped. There's the river out back.
Yeah.
Now you look at the next picture, and you can still see it. The woods are grown in. That's the road where the trail is. Where is it? Right. It's in there somewhere. But you match these things up, and to me, dude, it's a trip. Life is about Easter eggs. Life is about life's a full blown Pokemon. There it is. You see the water way out back. Now the picnic was out back when Gage came towards the road to get hit by the semi. They had the picnic out in that field, so you can see it's grown in over 20 years now.
That's pretty cool.
But so I like to line it up.
Was Judd's house right across the street from that one?
And I got pictures of Judd's. I didn't send you that because they built like a fake one around it, so when they set it on fire, it wouldn't scar the one there. But the one there is the original. And believe it or not, the truck that killed Gage is in a fucking junkyard in Maine. That's my next mission. Get there and go find it. There's a little placard inside. It says this truck was used for Stephen King's Pet Cemetery, and it's just sitting there. I'd love to live in it. I'd love to buy it and squat.
That truck needs to be restored, man.
Dude, history.
People would buy that truck. They would want that truck.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that is pretty crazy to think that something like that is just sitting in a landfill.
Rotting.
I mean, not a landfill, but you said a junkyard?
Yeah, like a lumber junkyard is sitting there. There's actually videos on YouTube. I've seen people go out there, and the doors are unlocked. People go in, look at the placard. They take selfies by the grill that killed Gage. It's a little morbid. It's movie history. I mean, I don't know. You guys know the 80s movies were untouchable, especially Freddy, Jason, Stephen King's It's, Pet Cemetery, all that shit. It's pretty wild. So I do the paranormal. That's my thing. I'm like, I do paranormal stuff, but I've kind of grown to be a historian, a researcher. And like right now with the Warren Legacy Foundation, led by Ed and Lorraine Warren's grandson, Chris, I'm official member. I'm the Northeast Regional Historian. I got labeled that last week. I got upgraded, which I find is awesome. I don't know everything about everything. I love learning stuff. But when I try to find something, I try to go deep all the way to, Native American times, even Viking times. This land is older than we really think it is, and it's wild.
Oh, yeah.
Man. There's a lot of shit our history books don't tell us or lie to us about.
I mean, that's what they say is like the history is written by the victors. So whoever won whatever war was going on, those are the ones that were in control of the information. So how many times in our history has that happened where information's been covered up or, books have been burned, information's covered up and
under the rug to hide ugly scars. We can't look like the bad people. I went to Portsmouth, New Hampshire. It's a little off subject, but me and my girlfriend Heather went to go look. We always look for old mansions, whatever. We came across this big site, and this is no shit. It is the African American burial grounds in New Hampshire. They had slaves in New Hampshire way before the Union, and there are about 150 black women, men, and children there, and they literally covered over their plots with like pavement. They went to go dig to make apartments, and they unopened 3 coffins with people in them, old bodies, 300 years old body skeletons. They did x-rays and found there was more there. So now they sectioned it off and they have a memorial for these poor people, these poor humans that were going to be turned into a parking lot. Can you believe that? New Hampshire, where people don't think that happened in New Hampshire. And that's not really known. So I took pictures and videos, and I don't have a big outreach, but I talked about it on my show. We left some coins and flowers, and we know about it now, and we paid our respects, but almost 95% of America doesn't know that's there or what happened there to these poor people. And there's millions of things like that, not just African Americans, especially New England. There's so many native burial grounds that are just left for shit. And my mission is to go and expose these and try to get people to come and donate money, try to get people to come and help out. And it's falling on deaf ears, kind of. Not really. I have an outreach, but man, there's some shit that needs to be known, is what I'm saying. We don't need to know about the Alamo every day. We can. There's so much stuff that happened that we need to know. That, you know. Sorry, I digress.
Yeah, man. No, there's like, I was trying to find pictures while you were talking, but there's these pictures I saw where like there's like ancient mounds and there's all kinds of stuff that have been just like covered up or partially covered up by us, just our modern roads and stuff. I was trying to find.
It's like Moundsville, Kentucky. It's called Moundsville because it's literally Native American. Like they think thousands of men, women, and children. I mean, I don't, whatever, under these dirt mounds. And it's just mind blowing. Because then you go to these other gorgeous cemeteries, and you can't. The guy's got the whole life story. Captain John Smith, he did this and that and that. It's a whole fucking paragraph. And then you forget about, you know what I mean? Like,
so many people have been forgotten. Yep. Yeah. So, how did you get started with all this stuff, man? Because I saw you got 2 YouTube channels. I'm going to drop those in the chat. But how did you get started with all this stuff?
Oh boy. Well, as you know, I'm a talker. So
That's
get
a
ready,
good thing.
buckle up, boys, buckle up.
That's fine, man.
Okay, so I was 9 years old. Well, I was about 5 when I experienced my first death, my cat, whatever. But 9 years old when my mom's dead, and she lost her shit on this one. My grandfather passed away, and that night in 1988, I was 9 years old. I was in bed, and dude, I can still remember sometimes like a dream. I was in bed, and something tugged at me, and it was him. And he's like, "You thirsty?" And we walked to the fridge, and he gets some water. And he's like, he's basically said, "Just, I love you. I'll always watch you and take care of your mom." And then he walked me back, and he was gone. And I thought it was a dream. I said a little bit the next day, but no one wanted to hear it. Everybody was all fucked up. I find out a couple years later that my sister, who's 3 years younger than me that night, my aunt from California was on the couch. She came out to the living room and looked up at the ceiling right about, obviously before she didn't see me. So this must have been earlier. But my sister looks up at the ceiling, says, "Okay, Papa, I love you." Okay. Yep. You know what I mean? Like, so hearing that verified it for me that I wasn't ape shit crazy, because I ain't tried acid or weed yet or nothing. So I know I wasn't doing that shit at 9 years old.
Right.
So fast forward another 4 or 5 years, and my dad's father, my other grandfather on my other side, he dies right in front of me. For those of you that like ghosts and death and stuff and horror movies, you ain't seen shit until you've seen someone die in front of you, especially someone you love. His eyes went back, gurgling, the whole nine, like he flatlined in the hospital. We went to a visit. It was his birthday, old Frenchman, and he just flatlined right there. And I was fucking lost in a trance. Still get sick at hospitals, but at the same time, it's kind of brought me to that side, because between that and my other grandfather, I want to know. I mean, I'm not an atheist by any means, but spiritually, I don't know where I'm at. I know we're energy. Okay, you can't kill energy, dude. No matter what you fucking say, it moves on. And whether we're a tree or a star or whatever, we don't die. I don't feel like we die. So where are we? Remembered in heaven. People have these dreams. So I've been trying for years to find my relatives. Even growing up in Lisbon, I went to the same high school as Stephen King. He grew up in Durham. I've been to his house on Runaround Pond Road. He's right next to a church where he actually preached at and attended. I've been there too. It's the oldest Methodist church in New England, 1834, I think. And I went to the same high school as him. So, of course, growing up, everything's Stephen King. And I watched The Shining at 9 years old, and you learn about monsters. And New England, especially New Hampshire, Betty and Barney Hill, the UFO abduction, the first black and white couple that got abducted by aliens, first ever, and they got abducted by aliens. Barney died 8 years later of a brain hemorrhage, and Betty, his wife, lived to be like in the 90s. But you hear about all this. Of course, the Salem witches. There's men and women that got hung in Salem. Is about 2 hours from where I live. So you hear about this stuff growing up, and you can't help but be infatuated with it, right? I mean, so
right, absolutely.
Yeah, so I've been in cemeteries my whole life, and then you start watching Ghostbusters, and of course, I was like, fucking, what is this, Ghostbusters? And then you watch, and then you get Ghost Hunters and Ghost Adventures, and you're like, well, there's real life Ghostbusters to an extent. So they do this shit, and then it kind of intrigues you. So I joined a couple little teams here and there, kind of did my own thing. Met my girl Heather. She's a witch. I've been with her for 5 years now. We had our first date Friday the 13th. We went to an old theater and watched the first Friday the 13th on our first date.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. So we go to Salem a lot together, and we do our own thing. 2019, right after Lorraine Warren passed away, about a month later, my mom passed away unexpectedly, and I lost my shit. Shit went downhill for me. I became homeless, and I got in a car accident a year later, and I got in a head-on collision. My car was dismantled. I got given to me for free. My mom had it when she died. She gave it to me. I mean, I was bequeathed or whatever. And I died for like 36 seconds. I had marks on my chest from where they CPR'd me. And I told my girlfriend when I was in the hospital, all I remembered was the airbags are orange, and my mom told me to get out. And we went back, and the airbags were orange. And I have a necklace of my mom's ashes. And I still heard her tell me, get out, my boy. You know what I'm saying? And that was 2019. Sorry.
Oh, no, that's understandable.
So I've been open to everything.
Mm-hmm.
Talking to shamans, talking to tarot card readers. I get readings from psychics, and a lot of them say my mom's proud of me. I was in a heavy metal band, Culling the Herd. For 5 years, singing death metal, like terror, and I used to like hang myself with a noose and just different shit. I went crazy. Wrestling, you know what I mean? I'm like horror movie wrestling oriented. And, so I did that. My mom was my biggest fan, dude. She, old lady up there, French woman. She's in the front row. Yeah, this is my boy.
There you go.
And so I know she'd be proud of me now, and not so much that I'm trying to find her, but I'm realizing more stories because you all have people that have passed away. I'm not any different, and people want to know what happened. Sometimes people have dreams, people have experiences, and the more places you go, and I just talk to people about their building. How old is this building? Is it haunted? Well, that one time, you always get a story. That glass went flying. Remember, Barbara? The glass went flying. Yeah, I remember, Karen. Oh, yeah. So everybody's got a story. And it starts making me feel better that I'm not alone, but at the same time, it makes me feel more amped to go, shit, let's find out. And that's where I go deep. I go, how old's the building? What was it before? Was it a brothel? Was it an old? Okay, who is here? What's the land on? Abenaki land? Okay, this is New England, so we're Vikings here. And I start going, and you can tell my ADD and shit. I don't get time for sitcoms and reality shows. I'm too busy watching documentaries and trying to find out the truth. And I live it, man.
I can kind of relate to that too. I get asked all the time about movie references, and I just don't have any. I don't see any movies, watch any movies really. So even like the new stuff, I haven't seen, and it's almost like I just spend so much time on YouTube researching documentaries and like trying to figure out what everybody else is figuring out. So yeah, I think that's partially my issue with the movies. So I'm just always watching documentaries and stuff.
Knowledge is power, man. There's a lot of cool shit. I mean, I even watch offbeat shit. Like there's a thing called Tents, and it's about the homeless in St. Louis, and it's them camping by the riverside. And it's almost like psychology. You just get to know people, and life is interesting if you look at it from all aspects, and especially as far as man goes and everything. I don't consider myself white, straight, Italian man. I'm just a soul, dude. I'm just happen to be in this pod. What I do is what I do, and I do my own thing. I don't get time for politics and TikTok games and fucking. And God bless everybody else that does. I'm not dissing you. I just don't get time for that, man. I live in a little town with like 300 people in Maine, past Bangor, like way the fuck, like literally the middle of Maine, and I do my own thing. And me and my girlfriend just get bored. We look up Atlas Obscura sites. You ever heard of Atlas Obscura?
No.
Check that out. It's got everything in every state. It tells you everything from the biggest ball of yarn to where a movie was filmed, to where there's a haunting, to where Bigfoot was seen, to where, I mean, it's everything, and it's free. And you can log in and you can track where you go. You star, and you can put hearts in where you want to go. And it's got everything. That's how I found half the shit I've been to. The Richmond Vampire, W.W. Poole. I went to Richmond, Virginia just to see his grave. In 1890, he was blown out of a cavern. He came out with fangs with his arms showing, dude. Yes, that's it. You go to search, and it says near me, and it'll show you like, yes, dude. I want them to sponsor me so bad because I plug them all the time. But you go to search, and you put near me, and it'll tell you within like 80 miles of like all these places. Yes, near me.
Oh, I gotta share
that's
some.
Killer, you can do that.
I gotta share all kinds of.
It's a secret of the pros.
Right? Yeah, it's asking me to share all kinds of information here. Let's do.
Maybe that's why. No, that's rough.
Yeah, I don't want it to like stop the podcast or anything, but yeah, this sounds like a really
really
cool website.
Yeah, and then it tells you different foods. Like there's a rare food, like in Maine is a place you can buy beaver. There's not beaver, but you know what I mean, like real beaver. You know what I mean? So,
right. So it's like a guide for anything that you want to get into.
Yeah, and then it kind of reads you, so it'll tell you things you're interested in. Like me, it tells me all my Stephen King sites. That's where I knew where to go to the mill from Graveyard Shift, where the big bat kills the workers. That's in Harmony, Maine. It's the oldest textile mill, sheep wool textile mill in America that's still working today. And we went there, and it was free. Just walk around. You can buy some shit, and it's cool, man. It's fun. It's like a scavenger hunt for life. You know what I mean? Like I try to get the most in Maine before anybody or something. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I feel like if you combined that website with like the geocaching app or something like that, you could spend a whole weekend just outside doing stuff like that.
yeah.
Pretty cool.
And then half the time, as you guys know, the fun is the journey. The fun's the road trip over, man. Getting some snacks, whatever, man. Maybe planning a hotel, shooting some shit, playing some radio, checking things out. And then, I mean, half the time when we go to a place, we stop 8 times because there's a oddity on the side of the road, or come try our bacon flavored ice cream. So you got to fucking try that, right?
Sold.
Or some old graveyard, and you stop at the graveyard, and there's some captain there from 1812 lost at sea, or whatever.
Right.
So there's always cool shit, I think, in the world, especially if you want to find it. You know, of course, big cities is rough, but
Yeah, if you're interested in finding out stuff like that, it's all around us. It's just a lot of people don't realize, like, if it's not offered to them, it's hard to jump in and figure it out. But yeah, I mean, there's stuff like that all around us. So if you say that there's nothing to do and you got nothing going on a weekend, you need something like that to do, there's always, I mean, you could just, like you just said, go to a graveyard and look up one of the biggest stones in there and just research who that person was. And
getting it. Or the historical society, if you want. Even if you're not into the morbid, you might learn that the guy in your town invented Tupperware. Oh shit! Or the fucking
right,
or whatever. I mean, I don't fucking know. You know what I mean? Like I know in Quincy, Massachusetts, John Quincy Adams was born there. That's why it's called Quincy. But it's also the first ever Dunkin' Donuts. It's where it was invented, founded, and the first one's still there. And if you go to a graveyard nearby, the inventor of the donut hole is there. No relation to Dunkin' Donuts. I found that on YouTube. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. It's a little donut day in Quincy, Mass. So we might go check that out.
See, and that could be a YouTube video right there. Donut Day.
That's what it's going to be. And if you go west, you hit Plymouth Rock, Plymouth Plantation, you know, all them fucking the native killers. I'm sorry. And then you go to bottom of that by Cape Cod, and you got where Jaws was filmed. It's got the Jaws Bridge. Where Jaws? So that's
that's awesome.
Mine. I got 4 or 5 locations in that one spot. And that's what I try to do. If I'm going to go take a day trip, I want to have an orgy out of it. I want to find 10 places, all of them.
Right, man. Yeah, I don't have anything. Well, see, I say that I don't have anything like that around here, but until I get on a website like this, you know, this Obscura thing, you never know. There might be all kinds of stuff like that. I'm in southeastern Michigan.
Oh, you get the Michigan dog, man. Oh, boy.
Yeah, I'm about an hour west of Detroit over here.
Oh, the Nain Rouge. I've heard of the Nain Rouge, the red devil that they have. That's one of the cryptids there in Detroit. No shit.
Yeah, I can't remember who we had on that was talking about that. Nain Rouge.
That's like my favorite besides like Mothman and all that Bigfoot, obviously. But for like underground, the Nain Rouge, the red dwarf, he comes at times of woe. They think he either comes to warn the city or he comes to bring destruction.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, he's been there a lot then. There's a lot of destruction going on. A lot of shit's been going on in Detroit.
And Spooky,
I mean, it's
Spooky, who hasn't stopped talking this whole time, and Sunny, y'all are from California?
Oh yeah.
What part, Spooky?
I live in San Diego, North San Diego County.
The Whalen House, the Whaley House.
Yeah, been there.
That's one of my. That's the most haunted. House was built where I think 8 people got lynched. And the house was built, and there's a court in the house, and all this stuff, and people died in the house. 5 of the guy's daughters died in the house, or something. Yeah. Oh, the Whaley House, and of course the Winchester House. Wow, San Diego, man, which of course means whale's vagina. Anchorman movie.
Oh yeah, dude. I was like, what?
San Diego goes, of course, means whale's vagina, and she goes, I don't think that's what it means. Ron.
I think it does.
San Diego's fucking killer, man. It sucks to get rid of the Chargers, but. Yeah, that's a bucket list of mine. There's a lot of history, a lot of Spanish history, Mexican history, and American history, and yeah, California in general, man. The whole 49er era, Gold Rush era. That's dope. That's dope.
Hell yeah.
I love that.
And Sonny's up in Fresno.
Valley. Yeah, I'm in Fresno in the valley.
Fresno. Okay. Yep. You're in the drug cartel area. No shit.
Oh yeah. He's up there with the Fresno Nightcrawlers.
Oh boy.
I think that's what they call them, Fresno Nightcrawlers.
Is it Nightwalkers? It's Nightcrawlers. You're right. Fresno
Nightcrawlers.
No shit. Wow.
Yeah,
Have you seen those, Adam? I've
heard of them, but no. I mean, what are they like? Legit?
It looks like two sticks, two 2x4s with a sheet thrown over it, and then they're walking.
Stop.
Yeah, they look like this right here.
Oh, it's horrible. Yeah, there you
Fresno
go.
night crawlers.
Holy shit.
It'd be pretty crazy
It
to
looks
see
like-
something like that.
Long stretched teeth, like big teeth a doctor would extract.
Yeah,
Like,
Oh yeah.
but they like fucking wow. It's like the Slender Man, but white with no head. It's almost like a torso.
no
with-
arms.
That's
There's
wow.
videos. There's videos of these things walking.
Oh, I gotta
around.
YouTube that later.
Yeah, but it totally does not look real to me. I'm not trying to bust anyone's bubble, but you'll see when you watch it. I was like, man, how come we got the most horrible cryptid in my town?
The most horrible cryptid.
We didn't even get a good one. We got some sheets walking around with sticks.
Well, I wonder what people are actually, because we've seen. I can't multitask. We've seen pictures before of these alien entities that people get, where it's like a one frame thing where it only pops up for one frame of a video, and they kind of look similar. But I don't know. I'm trying to find some video of.
You'd think with
Alleged.
technology and the rapid fire multi-shot camera, we'd have fucking better pictures by now. But
Ooh, okay. Here's a decent
Brown Dwarf
video.
says night crawlers are in Yosemite National Park as well.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
That's it right there.
Whoa!
Yeah, it looks like a sheet.
That
It
was
just-
filmed by somebody's security camera walking through their backyard, I think. Or
It's
front
like a
yard.
pair of legs that are 7 feet tall, wrapped in white blankets. That's
Uh-huh.
it. It's like a stilt.
Yeah.
Looking for his torso, man.
Fucking
Yep.
the torsoless horseman. Jesus Christ! Wow.
It's definitely a
How you
strange
gonna be
one.
scared of it? It ain't got
I mean,
no
it'd be
arms.
tough. It'd come at you and you kind of start laughing. You'd say, "Oh, come on, you're not gonna really kill me. I'm not gonna die by this thing, really? Oh, shut the fuck up. You're gonna put your leg scissor hold or something. He'll squeeze you with his legs or something. Wild, huh?
Yeah.
Dr. Seuss, man, come to life.
What do you think? What's your favorite one to research?
I love the local
get
ones.
into.
There's like the Dover Demon in Dover, Massachusetts. In Maine, we get the Wendigo, which is mentioned a lot of Stephen King stuff.
Mm.
That's like the Native American shapeshifter spirit. But I also, man, like I said, I love the Nain Rouge. I love all of them, man. It's hard to the Pudgewudgie, Puckwudgie. That's just fun to say. Yeah, they're all pretty good. I'd love to go see Nessie. I'd love to go to Loch Ness and just to go out there. I'm open to it all, man. I believe in dwarfs, fairies, banshees, fucking night crawlers, whatever you want, man.
Right.
It's harder to disprove something than it is to prove something. You know what I'm saying? So why not? It's cool. You know what I mean?
And if the stories and the legends are there's got to be a reason for it. Maybe not if it's not literal, but if there's a story and a legend there's got to be something to every one of these things that we
Is
talk
Eddie
about.
Haskell close
Yeah.
to him? Like, where
Yeah.
you seen that?
I think so. Yeah, Eddie's up there by you.
We talked to a guy that said that when he was a kid, he got ran up a tree by what looked like a oversized otter with
Ooh.
like a German Shepherd head. He said it was very vicious. It ran him up a tree and he was stuck up there for a long time before this thing would. It said it was trying to get up the tree with him. Like you could see the claw marks where it couldn't get up. But it said
Yeah.
it looked like an otter and it had a canine head and it was big. It was not small like an otter. It was big.
Trying to pull up a picture.
That
So when you brought
sounds
up
like
that, what did you call it? The Rouge? The what's the red?
Is it Nain Rouge?
Nain Rouge is the one from Detroit. It looks like a little dwarf. But this thing here, man, I don't know. I want to say it sounds almost like a killer canine. They
I
have
want
those
to say
things.
he said when he's seen it. Yeah, that's what we pulled up but it don't have a canine head.
Whoa.
Yeah, but
That's
he said it did have like this big tail to it though.
Yeah,
Yeah, like an
It's-
otter, like a thick otter tail.
it does. It's got like an otter type body, but the head of it is like a fucking wolf or something, or like almost like a Doberman Pinscher.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
I
guys don't mind
mean
if
he
I smoke, right? I got a
Oh no,
Menthol.
go ahead, dude. Absolutely. No, we are smoke friendly around here. I thought he sent me a different picture. I don't know. This is going back to June, so I'm having a hard time finding it. But yeah, he's definitely seen something like that over there. I remember him saying it had like German Shepherd ears. I think I remember him saying, and then it had that big tail to it.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
Hey,
so
I'm going to
it's
flip the
just
script because I'm a host too, and I'm going to ask you all a question. Spooky, have you ever had any experiences, man? UFO, Bigfoot, paranormal? I'd love to know a little bit about you guys too.
The most, I'd say the best thing I could tell you that you might be interested in, because I was identifying there with your grandfather story, was that in this room right here where I'm in at the moment, my grandfather passed away right here, and I helped him ascend through meditation, holding his hands as he passed. His energies went through me, actually right through this arm right here, all through my body. And my grandfather is still in this house with us. So, you said earlier about spirituality, and you're not really 100% sure. Just know that this is not the end. There is life after life, and it is amazing and brilliant.
Thank you for that.
And I'll
Thank you for
give
sharing that.
I'll give you my grandfather one too. I've told these guys before. When I was young, my mom's dad passed away, and we were really close. I woke up, he was in my room, and we didn't go get a drink of water. And when I seen him, I just started screaming, "Mom! Grandpa's in my room!" And
Wow.
she comes in, and she's looking around. She turned the light on.
Gone.
He's standing right there next to her, and I'm going, Grandpa's right there in my room. He's right here. He's right there next to you. And she's going, there's nobody here. And her arm just went right through him.
Whoa.
Oh, I didn't know that,
You had
Sonny.
the
Yeah, remember I
you had
told you guys when Josh
innocence.
brought up his grandpa.
Wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, she didn't see him. I did. And he never said anything to me. He didn't say anything. And then I never seen him again.
That was it.
Whoa.
That was it. After he passed away, I seen him that one time when I was younger, and then.
Do you remember how old you were?
Long enough for my mom to come from her room to mine, turn the light on, and talk to me, and he's still there.
Do you remember how old you were, Sonny?
Yeah, how old were you?
I would have been maybe 7, something like that.
Okay.
Usually under the age of 10, man, animals and kids under the age of 10 get the innocence. You don't really know about murder and rape and all that shit yet, and you see things that other humans don't. And that's wild. I can't believe you both have grandfather stories. All three of us. Come on, Chad. You must have one. Come on, the trifecta. Let's get it all. You must got one.
I was thinking, I don't think I have any grandfather stories as far as that goes.
3 out of 4 ain't bad.
3 out of 4 ain't bad.
That's crazy, Spooky. And funny. Holy shit. But you got something? You must have something, a UFO or any sort of paranormal?
Man, you would think I would, being in this, but it's almost like I'm just here to get the word out there. I don't know. I've
nothing wrong with that.
That I can't, nothing that I can think of. The only thing is one time we were sitting here filming, and I don't know if I caught it live or if I watched it back and caught it, but there was like a white, where is it? This side. There was something that went down like this and then over to the right. Like it changed direction. It came down from the ceiling and then changed directions and went over that way.
Wow.
And I'm not sure what that was, but that's the only thing I can really say that I caught on video or anything that I've really seen.
Wow.
As far as I know.
I've heard a lot of those, the corner of the eye shot. They make themselves known, so to speak, and it gets you just enough to turn your head. And I don't know. Sometimes they're tricksters, man. I tell you.
Yeah, this is my cousin right here. Jake was actually there the night that our grandfather passed. So
Look at that,
I was
man.
thinking that, Jake.
Stories. Fuck, I tell you.
Jake's got a hell of a grandfather story, but probably doesn't want to talk about it. It was a bad night, man.
That's rough. Well, that was that many years ago for me, and it's still rough for me to talk about that. Me and my grandpa were close, both of them.
He's still chilling with Spooky. Spooky's got his still chilling with him, for God's sake. He's got his right there, man, in that room. That's and the thing is, you can't be scared of it. I realize that. You can go both ways. I feel like anybody in our shoes, my shoes, whatever, when you're that young, you're going to get petrified. You're not going to want horror movies, metal music, graveyards, ghosts. Fuck that. But there's people like us that kind of want more and kind of enlightened, and it kind of makes you go, okay, there is another side. There is something worth looking into. I mean, am I right? I mean, and it kind of brings you to that. Like, I don't know. But yeah, that's wow. Thank you guys for sharing. That's wow. What a crazy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it definitely gets you more interested in, like, there's got to be something on the other side. I mean, everybody has these experiences, so there's got to be something going on.
Yeah.
And it's nice to know that it's a positive experience.
I agree. There's both sides, and like I said, I like horror movies. I like the serial killer stuff and Stephen King, but I love my gospels. I love the Warrens, and I love churches. I go to I get holy water when I go to places. I got my rosary beads, so I have my yin and yang. It's good to have good and bad. You're only human, right? I mean, you got to sin anyway. You have to make it fun, but as long as you don't overdo it. Like, I've never hurt anybody. I've never robbed. I smoke a little bit of weed. You know what I mean? And I hunt ghosts, which I guess probably might be shunned upon. Usually when I go to the holy water place, I told the guy once, I need it for a house I'm going to. And he's like, a house? I go, there's ghosts. He goes, oh, he is all the monastery. He's like, ugh. So I kind of just get it now. Don't say nothing because they kind of shut on that.
Yeah, so how does that work? I've never heard of anyone just picking up some holy water. Is that something that is like a service you can go to a church for?
You can just walk into a church with a shot glass and scoop some up at a Catholic church, man, and walk out.
This is all free, right? I mean, where's those wafers at?
Got the munchies, man.
It's the Kennebunk Monastery, is what it's called, and it's got a big shrine, and it's actually pretty wild. It's old. It's got, actually a lot of religious stuff is not, I don't know, it's kind of medieval looking, I guess. That makes sense. The old churches with the stones and the crosses and the weeping pray. Oh, they're crying and shit. It's like, ugh.
Right.
So you look, and I was looking at it, and I was kind of missing my mom. I went right up to my mom, and I thought this is a place of sanctuary. It's free. Everybody's welcome. There's trails and all that stuff. It goes right to the main ocean, right to the Kennebunk beach, which is nice. And I was sitting there, and I looked at the thing, and I'm like, oh, Mom, I miss you. And literally a lady put her hand on my shoulder out of fucking nowhere. Says, your mom loves you. She's still here with you the whole night. And she had like a sister thing on. She was like, and she walked in, and I followed her in. I was with my girlfriend, Heather, and I just fucking blew my mind. So I go down to the bottom of the gift shop. They got books and cards and jewelry, and they got the rosaries, and they got a guy with a collar selling it all, and he takes donations. And they have holy water, a little bottle, say holy water with a cross on them. They got them all right there. And if you get them, he blesses them as you get them. And you drop your $5, give them a $5 tip, do a couple of Hail Marys, and get out of there feeling good for the next 24 hours. I'll tell you that much. There ain't nothing like leaving a monastery with holy water to make you feel like you're untouchable. It's pretty good. And I don't mean it to be cocky, but it's just very like cool. This is good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
I've been to Satanic Temple, the Satanic Temple headquarters in Salem. I've been inside there, and I've seen where they do their ceremonies, and I sat on Beelzebub, but I had my rosary. I know I'm protected. I know nothing can harm me. I go for the thrill of it, and why not? I don't tempt it or make fun of it, but I know where I feel welcomed, and it was definitely more of a thrill than I wouldn't go there to chill like I would at church, but that was pretty wild, too.
For sure. Dude, I'm just over here subscribing to your Adam the Historian Ghost Hunter.
Oh, please, everyone do.
I've been seeing a ton of synchronicities lately. Like my cousin and I both, actually, we keep sending each other synchronicity numbers when we see them. And when I subscribed, I became your 111th subscriber.
Oh, I had the other day I had 93, and I told my girlfriend Heather, I'm like, oh, I'm going to ask Santa for 100. And then I hit 102, and I about came out of my jeans. I fucking, whoa! And now I'm like, loving it. I love my journeys, dude. That's so cool. If you see the one right there, I just dropped it today. That's me with the Paul Bunyan statue.
Yeah.
That statue, it's the largest Paul Bunyan. It's 31 feet tall, and it was featured. It was CGI into Pet Cemetery remake. It actually gets possessed and chases Georgie in the park. The big Paul Bunyan with the axe. And Maine is known to be the birthplace of Paul Bunyan and lumberjacks. Minnesota disputes it. But this is right outside Bangor, Hollywood Slots, and that's the Cross Insurance Center on the left. That's where I met Ronda Rousey and Alexa Bliss and fucking Braun Strowman and shit.
Oh,
the wrestlers
sweet.
were there, and I met them all out back. So this Paul.
He's just chilling out front.
Yeah.
Nice.
And you go down the block, dude, and there's Stephen King's house. You can't go there without seeing plates from Wisconsin, Oklahoma, Ontario, Canada. We stopped there. There's people stopping left and right taking selfies. So you go down and you just start seeing the markers. Mount Hope Cemetery. It's the second oldest garden cemetery in America. And that's where he was the reverend when he did the funeral scene for Pet Cemetery. And where Gage was buried. It's all in that cemetery. So
wow, that is awesome. Oh, I like the base,
I'm an
too.
addict, man. That's cool,
Yeah,
huh?
dude. Yeah, dude, you got an awesome channel. That's I like these adventure channels because a lot of people can't leave their houses. You know, there's a lot of people that are, you know, have medical issues or something like that where they can't leave, and your kind of channel is.
I appreciate that because some people don't know, and if someone goes because I told them, fucking more power to them. But like I told people, if you can't do the exploring, let me explore for you. The one before this, I went to Bucksport's grave. Bucksport is Colonel John Buck. He founded Bucksport, Maine. He impregnated a girl while he had a wife, so he had the girl hung as a witch. And the girl said that she'd dance on his grave for it. This is like 1800s, 1700s. So now his grave says Buck, and I'll be damned if there's not a black foot imprint on that grave. They've replaced it and washed it, and that fucking thing comes back in the same shape every time.
Really?
Video. So it's cool, whether it's lore, whether it's myth, whether it's real, you know, whatever. It's that's dope. That's kind of cool seeing all my videos on there. That place, the Red,
that's
lunch. That's where the hamburger was invented in 1898.
What?
They have a thing inside Washington D.C. about the invention. We went in. It's literally a hamburger and a big meat press on 2 pieces of toast with fucking cheese spread and a tomato. If you want anything else, you can go fuck yourself, and they'll tell you that. There's no bacon. There's no chips. You get potato salad and fucking fountain water, and you're lucky to get
I'm hungry.
fucking killer.
Fountain water. 1895.
Cool. That's where it was invented, brother. The hamburger.
That looks like
the Hamburg came from Hamburg, Germany. You can Google it, Wikipedia it. I do my research.
That's awesome. So that looks like a meat locker door.
Facebook, so my pictures have it in the comments of Wikipedia or whatever, and I always back it up because people always go, "Well, how do you know that?" So I always fucking share it and comment to shut that pipes.
Yeah, dude, this is awesome. I like all these, and it's not like something you have to sit down and watch for 3 hours. I like all these 5 minute, 2 minute, 9 minute. This is sweet.
Yeah, cut and dry, and it's funny. It's me swearing. It's an uncut, unedited. I don't compare scenes. It's just me and my girl, and sometimes I fall. I go, oops, I fell. Edit. And I never edit, and I just do it.
Right.
People don't
Abandoned
like it.
house.
Look at that. I mean, where are
That's
you going to
creepy.
find that? Just walking in the woods to go take a piss one day.
That was just in the middle of the woods? Like, there's
I stopped on
nothing.
the side of the road to take a piss. I told Heather, "There's a fucking house out here." Maine, dude.
That's crazy.
Someone lived in that thing. Can you imagine? There's an electric box out back. That was
Yeah.
in Booth Bay Harbor,
There's
Maine.
a mailbox in the front.
Can't make
Oh,
this
was it on the
stuff
front
up.
of the door? Front of the house?
You could almost make a small horror movie there if you had the time.
Oh my
Look at that.
lord, yeah. That looks like just your girlfriend standing there in the doorway. I'm like, oh my god, who was that?
She's got just as much balls as me. She's a witch, so she knows what's up. She's got her gems and jewels and shit. She does a show, Witch and Life Guide show, every Wednesday. It's a radio show. It's not visual, but on Paranormal King Radio Network. I myself have a show, Historically Haunted Show, every Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern on Paranormal King Radio Network. And do check this out. I do my vodcast every other Tuesday, Historically Haunted Vodcast, through StreamYard on Facebook. I got H. Holmes' great-great-grandson as a guest Halloween weekend. That is America's first serial killer. That's the one that had the murder castle in Chicago.
So this Halloween coming up, you've got him coming on?
I got him like the 22nd or something. I've had Tony Spera on. I got to have you guys on because I got to talk to you guys more. I'd love to have you on individually or have a threesome
Absolutely.
or whatever the fuck. But you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I love that you guys are into this shit. You reached out to me. I'm sorry I talk so much. But
Don't be sorry about that. That's what this is all about, man.
Yeah, we like that. That's why
You're
I'm
waking
sitting
me
here
up.
quiet.
all right, I'm just, everyone goes, I love your energy. I go, fuck, I hear that more than anything. Not my knowledge, it's my energy. It's not you, it's not me, it's my doggy style. That's Snoop Dogg. But no, man, I love it.
We have one of these in Michigan. These, let me pull it up. We have one of these swinging bridges up here in Michigan. It's not anywhere near this size, though.
Yeah, this Heather, or no, is that me? Yeah, it's me because I ran on it and she hates when I shake it, so I shaked it. That goes over the
huge bridge.
The Androscoggin River. It's an old Native American river that the Native Americans curse that one white man or female will die a year. And I'll be damned if one white man or female don't fall through or drown or something on this fucking river a year. Since like 1912. Look it up. Yeah, pretty wild. Androscoggin, a long name like that, native name. Goes through Lewis and Auburn, all the way through Durham and Bath and Topsom, Brunswick.
Oh, Michigan Gem says H.H. Holmes went to school at U of M right here in Michigan.
Yep. He was born in New Hampshire, Gilmington, New Hampshire. He went to high school there, Gilmington Academy. That's where he saw his first skeleton because a doctor had one. He freaked him out, but he kind of liked it. Then he went to University of Maine, I think, for 1 year to teach, and then he went to Michigan. And then he killed like 180 people. So it's not like he's a hero, but it's America's first documented serial killer. And I drove to Yeadon, Pennsylvania to see his grave. He's buried in Holy Cross grave. And I ended up seeing 2 Italian mob bosses' graves while I was there because I looked it up. And both of them got killed, one by a nail bomb, one by a shotgun to the face. And that fucking nuts. Italian mob boss, Italian flags, dude. You read the research, there's a nail bomb on his porch. Right in Philly, dude.
Oh, they're not messing around.
You look up stuff in cemeteries, man. These people in movies in real life that have there's real life people like that. If you just want to do some research, you find out, famous people or well-known people in graveyards next to me. It'll show you 20 miles of graveyards of people that the guy that wrote the first book to the guy that invented the orgasm to the guy that ate the first hot dog, whatever. And you can go to all these places, dude. And there's some cool shit. And that's
I like that.
But you guys dig that shit. Life's a fucking journey.
I had an Uncle Joey that was in the mall. I had family that was in the mall, but Uncle Joey was around.
Joey,
he got whacked. My dad went with him one time. He said he was very crazy. He said he didn't say they were going to do something mean. They went somewhere, and he said, "Hey, I'll be right back." And he got out, knocked on this guy's door, and broke his legs with a bat. And
wow,
strictly business. I mean, wow.
I guess, but then, he got caught coming out of some guy's house when his wife was there, and the guy was at work, and
he got handled. He got taken care of.
Yeah, he got taken care of.
Dealt with.
Oh,
wow. I've been doing a lot of the Whitey Bulger. He's from Massachusetts. Whitey Bulger, James Bulger, the Irishman that beat the Italians in Boston. I've been doing a lot of his sites. He got busted in California, but he escaped the FBI for like 20 years. He was in cahoots with the FBI and all this shit. I've been looking up his sites where he had his beer, where I guess they call it the Whitey Ford graveyard, where they used to bury bodies under the bridge. I kind of want to go there, even though it's probably bad mojo. But man, you only live once. Half my family and friends are dead. What the fuck do I get? I just want to go find shit. Curse me how? What are you gonna do? I've been homeless. Like, what am I gonna do, man? Come get me.
Come get me, he says.
To make fun of places. I don't come to these places to go, look at me, I'm where someone got hung. I go to these places just to kind of document them, good or bad. Like I went to the Boston Strangler's grave. Anthony Del Salvo. He strangled 16 women in Boston. He's buried in Peabody, Massachusetts, formerly Salem Village, where the witches lived, right next to Salem. I went to his grave, took some pictures, whatever. I didn't glorify it. I didn't leave him a fucking petunia or nothing or kiss his grave.
Dude, you say that everybody just says everything about your energy and not your information, but you're pulling so many facts and knowledge and stuff just out of thin air. I couldn't remember all this stuff, and my keyboard died in the middle of the show, so I'm trying to.
While I'm smoking a joint, you think this stuff fucks your memory up? No, man, it builds it. What's up?
Exactly.
You know who I was thinking who would be a brilliant conversation is him with Bigfoot Anand, Connor.
Connor, yeah.
Connor,
dude.
I'd love to get to know him.
We wouldn't have to say nothing.
We wouldn't have to say anything. Yeah, you guys both have similar energy. So I'm sure if you guys started spitting knowledge to each other, it'd be a long podcast.
Well, the fact they love movies so much and they have very similar tastes.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong. I take a lot of naps. Trust me. I'm like a bulldog. My energy comes in spurts and then I die off.
It's Adam smoking the chronic. You can call it whatever you want, man.
Weed,
smoking some good Maine weed.
It's good medical marijuana too, not that commercial shit. I need a special. I'm not going to be like a regular fucking. I need some good weed. That's the only thing I do, man. I've stuck to it. I don't do crazy drugs. I drink during sometime, on the weekends or whatever at night. But when I go on my journeys and stuff, I bring a joint or two. But I don't get blitzed. I don't fucking get blitzed. I love to concentrate and to try to reach everything, man. And I love touching history, man. I love being where shit went down,
Yeah, dude. What do you know about this house here? It says the oldest with ties to the witch trials.
Yes, so that's where Judge Corwin, Jonathan Corwin, I believe, is in Corbin or Corwin shit. So now I am stoned. It's Corwin. Judge Corwin lived there, and he actually tried some men and women in there before he had them put in trial. He was the judge that lived there. It's a 1632 house. The witch trials were 1692. So it's
1632?
32. It says it right up front. I think it's a 1632 and a half or something stupid like that. But, dude, it's the oldest one with ties to the witch house because they have the Josh Ward house, which was built on another judge's house that burnt down. He was buried in the basement and everything because after the witch trials, they thought he was going to fucking spring him through the streets. So when he died, he got buried in his basement. But then he got reburied. Hawthorne. John Hawthorne. Not Hawthorne that wrote The Seven Gables, but his father, Hawthorne, who was the judge. So this house now is called the Josh Ward House. He was a sea captain. He built it up top of it, and George Washington stayed there. It's a bed and breakfast. You can spend the night in a George Washington room for like $300. That's a bucket list of mine, but
Wow.
but I digress. But anyway, so the witch house, you're not allowed to film in there, but and you can just take pictures. So I kind of had my phone on video, and I'm just like, fucking YOLO.
Okay.
YOLO. What are you going to do? You're going to be a witch house killer. I'll write this on my resume, too. Banned from the witch house. It's almost like a metal song. But no, I just recorded it, and I was like, no one said nothing, and I didn't mean no harm. I'm not writing a book. I mean, I might eventually. People
Right.
tell me I should. But for now, dude, I'm just trying to get this YouTube thing going.
Yeah, and you were there respectfully and stuff, man. There's probably people there that just, they had to have that rule for a reason. I'm sure there's some annoying people that come through there.
Oh, I'm sure Karen from Florida comes down with her Starbucks. Look, I'm in front of the old bed. I couldn't sleep in that. Chicken bitches help me. Oh my God, you sleep like that? Oh, I'm hungry. We don't go there. Fucking, that's how people are. And I'm just sitting there going, I want to spend the night here. You touch the stairs in their original wood. You go in these part where the hearth is, the old school fireplace where they burned logs and they pondered, am I doing the right thing of killing this poor girl while smoking their pipe? That's what I think, dude. The real shit. Were they right by doing it? Absolutely not. But is it historic? Fucking right. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's wild, dude. Like,
have you ventured out this way over to Michigan? We got some
I've been
stuff
to
here.
Iowa. I've driven to Iowa to see the axe murder house where 6 men and women and children were killed by an axe murderer in 1912. The house is still there. They never found the killer. But the corona happened, so we couldn't get a tour. So we got stuck in Des Moines. So I went to some Slipknot sites. I'm a big Slipknot fan. I saw the gravesite of their bass player, Paul Gray. And then we went to some Zombie Burger. They got a Zombie Burger place there in Iowa. And it's got like patties made out of like macaroni and cheese encrusted macaroni and cheese for buns or whatever.
What?
Fucking fat kid stuff. Really good.
Oh, man.
Killer. Good shit. You guys would like that. Fucking Spooky be bearing his face in that fucking burger.
I'm so
Yeah, dude.
hungry right now.
This is the second time you brought up cheeseburgers on the podcast.
I'm done.
3 and we're out of here. You bring it up 3 times and we got to go.
Okay, no more. I'll try not to get the fuck out. That's it. But no, man,
DoorDash.
drove to Iowa, drove to Virginia, did the Pennsylvania thing, but haven't really gone. I got to get out there. I'd love to go to Michigan. I'd love to go to Wisconsin,
Got to get to the I haven't been to it either, but I really want to go to the Serpent Mound in Ohio. That's something that you can really only see from the elevated up, but I think they even have like a thing that you can walk up and like it's the observation deck or whatever. But yeah, if you don't know anything about the Serpent Mound, it looks like a snake, and I believe it's still like a mystery of what it was there for and who built them.
They could see it from space.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
the Earth. Yeah.
And it's not that far. I think it's like about 2.5, 3 hours from me. So I definitely need to go down there. And I mean, I could just do what you're doing here, just run a camera and kind of show my adventure.
FTW, man, do your thing. If some people sit there and they go, hi, I'm here. That's right. I said here. And this is what we're doing. I'm like, what are these professional fucking YouTubers? Like, hi, guys. Welcome back. Don't forget to hit subscribe. And I'm just like, what's up, guys? Adam Historian Ghost Hunter here. We're in a place where 18 people got hacked. Check it out. Fucking, you know what I mean? And I don't care. What if people are not going to sign me to their show and I'm not going to read a script and get paid and feel like a douchebag? Oh, no. I do my own thing, dude. I don't care, man. I'm going to be 43 September 6th. Oh, vote for me. September 6th voting
Did you say 43?
Face of Horror. And if I win, I get to meet Kane Hodder. I get to go in a morgue magazine, and I get to spend the night at the Buffalo Bills house, and I get $13,000. So I get put my whole story about everything I've been to, and it says Adam the Face of Horror. Voting starts September 6th. Vote for me. Horror.com or something. It's on my page, but.
Oh, okay. Sweet, man.
Kane Hodder's Jason Voorhees, yeah.
Cassie, we're going to need Adam back for Chop Shop. Please book him on the Chop Shop.
Yeah.
You guys want me to talk more? Holy
yeah, dude.
Fuck,
I
love these guys.
We've got a show on Friday nights.
Killer. Let's hook it up.
Absolutely.
I'd be honored, and I'd love to have you guys on. Like I said, I do a vodcast. We can come on, and I can fucking let Spooky talk the whole time, and I'll sit there and just watch.
Awesome, man. Hell yeah. Well, this was
shit. Yeah, this was fucking a blast, man. You guys
yeah,
are
this
awesome.
was, dude. That was a fast hour. But you've got 2 YouTube channels. I'm gonna share both of those in the chat room, real quick. What'd you say, Sonny?
I said it was. It went by quick.
Oh, and you're at 116 subscribers. Let me
Shut the
refresh
front door.
that.
116 people are subscribing now. Then,
Yeah,
wow, you guys are
116.
killer.
Thanks,
I'm gonna
guys,
give you all a
for
big old hug when I see you. You're not gonna stop me. COVID's done, so you're all getting.
COVID's done.
I appreciate that because, dude, honestly, like I said, 2019, my mom died. 2020, 21 or so, or 2020, I was in that head-on collision and I died. It took me almost 2 months to really walk and talk. Not really walk and talk, but to get my shit going again. And I didn't have visitors. I didn't have friends and family that much. It was my girlfriend Heather that took care of me, and I just lost it. I just kind of didn't go on Facebook. Friends started dropping off, and then I came back and said, "Fucking, I should be dead now." It's been a year and a half, and I'm gonna do my life because I get nothing. So I did my YouTube channel, and then I did an interview with Ross Rapazzo from the Paranormal King Radio Network, and then he messaged me right after. He goes, "Do you want your own show? You could talk." He goes, "You know your stuff. Would you like your own show?" I go, "Really? I'll pay you, blah, blah, blah." I get a lot of money, but a little bit each month to do it. I do it every Friday. I got my own guest. I swear, talk, do my own thing. He fucking kisses my ass, gives me the hard copy, puts it on Spotify. I put it on YouTube, Historically Haunted. That's where all my archives go. And then I did my vodcast. I started doing that like I do with you guys through this. And I try to talk to UFO searchers and different friends. Sometimes I go solo. As you can tell, I have enough to kind of talk. And I feel stupid because I try to be humble. But it's like, dude, if people dig it, why not talk? And I'm not patting myself on the back too much. I'm doing this so you guys can go check it out. So you guys can go, hey, when in Maine, let's go here. I'd love to show you guys around. You ever come to New England? So I appreciate just the respect and letting me blab my fucking lips for an hour.
No problem at all. Thanks so much for coming on with us. I used to say it's so early in the morning, but we're doing it a little later now. I believe in ghosts. Yeah, I've got my Spooky Morales shirt on.
Real quick, my next spot, because my girlfriend's a big Tim Burton fan. We want to go to Vermont and see the Beetlejuice Bridge and where the house was. It's still there. It's not covered. They built that for the movie, but the bridge that they drove off of there with the Maitlands and they died is still there in fucking Vermont by the Ben and Jerry factory ice cream, where they have a Ben and Jerry graveyard. Man. So we want to go there at some point. So keep an eye out on my channel. Hopefully in the next month or two, we're going to go to Vermont and we're going to go do that video from the Beetlejuice Bridge. Pretty
cool,
wild.
Man. That's on the Adam the Historian Ghost Hunter page?
Yes, that's where all my personal shit goes. The other stuff's just radio and whatever, but this is where all my goofy... I love it. I appreciate you guys subscribing and watching. I'm trying not to disappoint. Some videos are kind of dumb, but I don't edit. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm solo.
No, I love those.
I appreciate that because I feel like an idiot. I go, oh, what I fucking look like a dumb.
No, dude.
It's all perfect. I don't have cuts, but...
No, that's what I figured out with this whole YouTube thing is you just got to be yourself, and whoever gravitates towards that, those are the ones that'll stick around.
Appreciate everybody listening. I know there's people going off talking to each other in chat, which I love, but just the fact that you guys are tuned in, listening, Janet, Lynn, Brown, Terry, all you fucking guys.
Yeah, everyone's subscribed. Thanks so much, guys.
Oh, that's killer, dude. That's killer. I appreciate it. Some comments are off because I can't stand people's opinions. But some may be on, and if they're bad, I'm going to erase them and probably block you. So don't just be fucking cool because I really don't give. I don't, like I said, man, my mom dying and me dying. I don't give. I have no one to impress. My girlfriend digs me, and that's all I need. And fucking, I'm me.
Yeah, dude.
So
we
cool.
dig you.
You guys are all awesome, dude. Spooky's killer. Fucking, you guys are all. I appreciate your grandfather's stories too. That's going to stick with you, both of you, all of you. I mean, even I know you didn't have a big one, dude, but the fact that you saw that thing, Chad, on the side of your eye, that's going to stick with me. And Sunny and Spooky, dude, we get a little bit of a link there.
For sure.
Much love to all of you. Much love. Not just
thank you, brother.
I'm gonna leave fucking the dude out. It's his show, but
I like this comment, Adam.
Pretty wild.
Adam Enzo says they have a graveyard for everyone that's died from eating Ben and Jerry's. It must be gigantic.
No. Yes, it is. It's 14.5 miles long. It's 3 levels. Yeah, no.
I was gonna say.
It's out back in the factory. It's actually an Atlas Obscura find. I haven't been there yet. But out back in the factory, in the parking lot, there's a little graveyard you can go to, and it's all the flavors they discontinued, like Hubba Bubba and shit like that. And it talks about this flavor was made in 1993 to 1998, and or whatever. And when they come back, they remove the headstones if they come back for a time, I guess. But kind of a cool little weird thing to see. It's not haunted, but it's a cemetery. And fat kids like ice cream. That's funny. It is huge. Oh, you guys are awesome. This was a killer show, man.
Thanks a lot, dude.
I invited a bunch of people to your group page. I shared it. I joined myself. I subscribed to your YouTube channel. Got friend requests with all of you except for Sonny. So I don't know if he's on there or not, but you have to send me one.
All right. I'll get you.
I got
for sure, dude.
I believe, and I got Chad, so.
Cool, man. Yeah, we'll definitely have you back on, and we'll get you blocked. We'll get you set up for the Paranormal Chop Shop.
Edit.
No, I read Jake was saying, Chad, you still got that 5-day block? He's talking about my vacation time. So I saw a block, and I'm like, block.
That'll happen. That's what's hard reading the comments. Sometimes you go off. You have a question,
right?
And you go, fucking what? Peanut butter tastes good on what? Ice cream? What are we talking about?
Yeah, man. So we'll definitely have you back on, and thanks so much for hanging out with us this morning.
Thank you, guys. I enjoyed it very much.
All right,
thanks,
brother.
Adam.
Thank you.
We'll see you soon, dude.
Later, buddy. Awesome guest.
Yeah,
awesome
that was a good
guest.
show.
Can't say
He's
he
the
didn't have
best.
energy.
Back on.
Yeah, when you said Connor, I was like, oh, exactly. That's exactly the same energy I was picking up.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, what else you got, Spooky?
Just a little disappointed we didn't get to personally say happy birthday to the birthday boy. But if he's listening out there in the world, happy birthday again, Big Willie. We love you, man.
Yeah, Big Willie. Happy
you're the
birthday,
best.
man. Definitely need to go on some more trips together, because I was thinking about that the other day at work. I was listening to one of your old episodes on the what's his other, with his brother podcast, Band of Bearded Brothers podcast. I just loaded up one of those old episodes and was listening to that at work, and I'm like, man, this guy's energy so contagious. Need to hang out with him again, so we need to plan another trip and stream it more on YouTube this time.
Yeah.
So yeah,
With his overalls.
let's see what everybody's saying in the chat real quick. Why is Sonny wearing Papa's uniform? Oh,
I got to work on the truck after we're done right now.
yeah, he's got to go work on the truck. I got to go work on bolts. Me and
I gotta
Jake.
go get bolts. That's fucked up. You got all them bolts. I got to go buy bolts. I bought
I know, dude.
25 big bolts. I think cost me like $40. Not big bolts either. Motor bolts.
Motorboats?
Bolts. Motor bolts.
Sonny's got to go and do some motorboating, and I got to go make bolts. And Lynn says, happy birthday, my favorite ginger. Will the boys come to UFO Jane's show tonight? Yes, everybody please go to UFO Jane's show tonight. Jamie, if you could be so kind to drop the link, or actually I could probably do it right now. But yeah, please go to UFO Jane's show tonight. Let me just drop the link real quick. All right, there's the link for UFO Jane's channel, Texas UFO sightings.
Who's going to be joining UFO Jane tonight? I think it's going to be just Rogie, the one and only Amy, Alien Girl 111, and Jamie and Bree from the unbelievably hit YouTube show, Toddy Waba.
Toddy Waba.
This is going to be the Queen's panel.
Yeah, today's going to be awesome. So please make sure you check that out over at UFO Jane's channel. I dropped in the link, or in the chat there. And yeah, what do we got going on? I will not be here tomorrow for Chop Shop, but where's the button for that? I don't have it. Oh, there it is. Oh, Lord, we got Jamie backstage, guys. So just a warning, we got Jamie backstage. Who knows what's going to happen right now? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. There's our Breeze Cream Pies that are sponsored today for the show. Hopefully she can't bring up the other stuff that we designed the other day. We have a new show coming up on Wednesdays for members only. If you are a member of the Chad Smith Podcast or of the Paranormal Chop Shop on our Buy Me a Coffee, which you can go to buymeacoffee.com/the Chad Smith Podcast. and become a member. If you're a $5 or a $10 a month subscriber to that service, we're gonna have a Wednesday show. Oh, sweet, she loaded it in. UFO Jane after party, very awesome. Yeah, we're gonna have a Wednesday show for members only. Thank you, Jamie, for bringing up the goat on the scooter. And it's going to be called the Smutcast. So if anybody's interested in a private show on Wednesdays, please become a member. I think we're going to do it maybe for free. You know, like we're going to do a open. Is she still backstage? No, that's Sunny. Sunny, you son of a bitch. So I don't even remember what I was just saying. But yeah, please go check out our Buy Me a Coffee and become a member if you're interested in our Wednesday members only show called Smutcast, where it's going to be a little bit different. Well, it's going to be a lot different than the morning show. So we'll see. Posky says, I'll fill in for you. I don't even know what that means. But yeah, guys, we're going to take off here. Yeah, thanks, Enzo, for dropping that membership.
He's going to co-host Friday. That's what he's telling you.
Oh, Friday? Okay. I also need somebody to fill in on Sunday morning card readings. So maybe Jamie and Bree can do that for me. Never know. We actually raised... Oh, yeah, I can say that. We did a fundraiser for one of our friends here, a guy that I work with. I've been working with him for 10 years now. He actually had a sudden loss in the family. So we raised some money for him on Sunday. So thank you, everyone that contributed to that. We raised $410, and I had to throw an extra 10 in there to make it $420. But yeah, we raised $420 in 2 hours for a friend in need. So thank you, everybody that contributed to that in the chat room. I really appreciate that, and I know he does too. So, all right, I think that's about it. Feels like we've only done one show this week, so it feels like we have a lot to tell you. But
Spooky, I think we're talking to, I think it was Kathy Westerman.
Oop.
I don't know what she does because it didn't say on there, but we're gonna find out.
On Friday.
Yep, tomorrow.
Cool.
Those are the best ones when you get to find out on the fly.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right, cool. We'll see you guys tomorrow on the Chop Shop. At what time are you guys doing that?
Chop is 7 p.m. Pacific.
7 p.m. Pacific. Cool. We'll see you guys on Chop Shop, and then we'll do 2 more shows next week. We'll do 2 shows instead of just the one. All right, we'll see you guys. Peace. Love you guys.
It sound right, boys.